Alstom Group will ramp up exports from India, and they would like to use India as a manufacturing base for global exports. Patrick Cohn, the group chairman and CEO, told ET Now's Samir Hashmi that they expect to win the NTPC World Order very soon.
We obviously expect that this award will turn into a real contract and into action in the coming period. It was challenged by some legal actions taken by third parties. So I hope that a decision will be promptly taken and it will allow NTPC to move ahead. I think NTPC needs to move, and we obviously are aggressively expecting them to do so.
Talking about Bharat Forge and the joint venture with them, how is that panning out for all of you, and what's going to be the strategy? Are you going to focus on domestic markets strictly, or will you also look out at more geographies for exports?
Basically, the capacity of this plant can be absorbed by the domestic market. So the focus is on the domestic market. And we'll see, as far as the project is moving, it's moving ahead. We'll obviously ramp it up, depending on how the practical awards turn into contracts.
Now, if you can give me a sense about the Indian market and the strategy. We know that your focus is the domestic market, but as I was discussing with you earlier, that you would be increasing your focus on exports from the Indian market. So is that going to increase going ahead?
As far as the export markets are concerned, we fundamentally focus on the domestic market when we put a factory somewhere, but at the same time we'll use this existing factory, as today in the hydro factory, as in the nearby grid factory, not only to support local demand, but also to export in nearby markets or even further.
Well, the number you mentioned is 30% exports from the Indian market. So that's what the target is from the Indian market going ahead?
This is one of the level which makes sense.
As a company which has been present in India for a long time and is hugely present, has been ramping up capacity, what's the advice you want to give, or rather what do you expect from the government of India to do at this point of time in order to ensure that the sector growth story is back on track and it sorts out all the issues which the sector is facing at this point of time?
No, I think what is important from the government is to give a clear and stable framework, and then the economic actors adapt to any type of framework. But what we need is clear policies and not changements of policies every couple of years.